Hello, this video will review how to create a Microsoft Teams meeting within Brightspace by D2L. There are a couple of caveats to this. First of all, when you create this meeting in D2L, it does not add it to your Outlook calendar either in Teams or on your Microsoft Outlook application. Also, it doesn't add it to the D2L calendar, so you may want to do that manually just in case. Also, the recording of the Teams session does not go back into D2L. It goes into the chat area of the particular meeting in Teams, like a regular non D2L integration Teams meeting does. And then you could, of course, copy the link and put it into D2L manually for your students to review. So the integration can be pulled in anywhere there is the quick links area. So the most common places you would want to do that is maybe in the announcements area or in the content area. So I'll show you how to do both of those. So starting in the announcements area, you would want to create a new announcement, give it, a title, as well as any text that you would like to use. And then you can choose to access the Insert Quick Link button. And then you would choose down below, you'd want to scroll down to find Microsoft Teams Meeting. And then it's going to ask you to, it would initially ask you to authenticate into your Microsoft Teams. I already did that, but it would ask you to log in with your Gordon email username and password. I already did that. And then I would create a meeting link. And then I would give it a title. Set when it's the meeting's going to start and end. And then I would choose to create it. So then it's going to show me that it was successfully created, and I'm just going to choose insert, and it's going to insert that link in. So when I publish it, the process will be that the students will be able to see the announcement. They'll click on the link, and then it's going to pop open into Teams, and of course they will have had to download Teams to open it. So they'll open that link, and it'll open them right into that particular web session, and now it will look just like a regular Teams meeting at this point. So the same features. I do want to show you, I'll turn on the recording really quickly so that you can see how that goes, but basically you would have the same viewing the participants, having the chat area. So you have that. You could have the breakout rooms if you wanted to. You could share your content, either the screen, the whiteboard, or your PowerPoint files. And so basically all the things that you're used to doing in a web conference session. And so when you close out the meeting, notice that over here in the chat area, it has created the chat area for you here. And so this is where the recording will get dropped in just a second. This is also where they will see the chat feature, the chat log. So notice now the recording has dropped. Also, give it a couple more minutes and an attendance log will drop here as well. And that will show you who participated in the meeting. So for example, here is one that has an attendees report. You would be able to click on that and download the Excel file to see who joined the meeting. So from here, this is the only place the students are going to get to the recording. This recording does not go or talk back into D2L. So the students would have to go into Teams, go to the chat area for that particular meeting, and then view it. If you wanted to put this link into D2L, you could come and choose Get Link, and you could copy that link. And then you could put that meeting link in D2L, maybe edit the announcement area, make a new announcement, something to be able to put in that recording link. From here, students will be able to copy this link and put it into a web browser and view the session from there. Notice, however, this does not get added to the calendar. So if you wanted it to be on the calendar, you might create an event and provide the content of, web weekly meeting. And then just type in a reminder of the weekly meeting or something like that, or tell them to look in the announcement area for that so that it will show up here on the calendar. Also, notice in Teams on your calendar area, this meeting doesn't show up because it's not running through your Microsoft Outlook or 365 account. It's running through D2L. So just kind of take that as a note that in order for you to get to the meeting, you're also going to have to go to it through D2L. So the other place that you would most likely include the link rather than course announcements would be your content area. And so you might do that by having a module that says, weekly meetings. And from there, you might choose existing activities and then choose Microsoft Teams meeting. And then you would go through the exact same process. It would ask you to log in to Teams. So you would log in using your Gordon information, your Gordon email username and password, create the meeting link, create that session, insert it, and then it would appear as a link here. When they click on the meeting, it's going to automatically push them to open it in a new window because it's going to have to open in Teams, and then it's going to prompt them to open it in Teams. Keep in mind that if they're just joining the session as a student, they can cancel that and then use Teams on Microsoft Edge and then just open it via the web application as well. So that's the process for including a Microsoft Teams link in D2L. Keep in mind it's not a full integration because you do have to talk the recording link back into it, and be careful with how it appears on the calendar area.